Hello and welcome to this episode of the MUSpartans.com Spartan Show. On this week's episode, we talk with senior swimming and diving athletes Mikayla Goetz and Anjel Clemente to receive a season update for their respective teams. Additionally, junior wrestler Jordan Napier joins us to discuss the recent wrestling meets. Stay tuned.
Senior swimming and diving athletes Mikayla Goetz and Anjel Clemente join us. Both teams competed at the Ohio Westland Invitational before Thanksgiving break. The men's team placed 6th while the women's team placed 7th. Could you give our viewers some highlights?
Our freshman Jordan Spearman finished first on all the diving competitions, which is great to see from a diver, especially coming from the fact that the divers are a little bit limited when it comes to practice because we have to be traveling. But he's coming off of it great, and without like a diving coach, we're doing all the necessary steps possible and just taking the season head on. So it's great.
On the girls' side, we had some great swims. We hit season best all around the board for everyone, so we're excited to see where it goes this weekend too.
That's great to hear. And like you said, Anjel, you finished 2nd in the 1 meter diving behind freshman Jordan Spearman. How do you think you have performed so far this year?
It's always a tough transition with me doing soccer and having to come in later in the season. I'm always a little bit far behind, but the bigger problem has been the troubles that we've been having with the board at the pool lately, kind of limiting us to our actual board time. And then without having a coach, giving a little bit of attention to Jordan as well, because he's the future of this program and he's taking the right steps to really get forward and getting this diving program where it needs to be. So he's doing a really good job forward, and I'm there helping him, showing him the way, and trying to take this conference 1 and 2 this season. So.
And Mickey, you competed exclusively in freestyle and individual medley events during I will restart that. Mickey, you competed exclusively in freestyle and individual medley events during the Invitational. What was that like?
For this meet, basically my events were lined up around the mile because I get 2 opportunities to swim it before conference. So overall it went very well competing in just those events to have the best performance in the mile I could have at this season.
That's great to hear, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
This week's Spartan Show MVP of the week is men's basketball player Adrian Johnson. Johnson scored 36 points in the Spartans game last Saturday against Huntington University. Congratulations, Adrian.
Junior wrestler Jordan Napier joins us in the studio. Now, Jordan, you've had a lot of success early in the wrestling season. Who or what do you attribute your success to?
Well, mainly I contribute my success to my coaches and my past wrestling experiences. For example, we have a really great coach this year. He's new, he's assistant, Coach Cavaleras, and he was a 4-time D1 athlete, and he kind of brings like a different experience to wrestling. Plus we have our returning national qualifier, Chase Wilson. He's in there with us helping me. Coach Music's in there helping me. So I kind of have like 4 coaches to like help me early on in the year.
All right, and what have been some of the key highlights for the team so far this season?
The key highlights is just each week we get better and better. Like once we pass the first week, it wasn't pretty, but the big thing is to move on and gain success by your previous success. So improve each time.
All right, and how's the team preparing for the Little State Championships meet that is on Saturday the 1st at the University of Indianapolis?
Some pretty hard practices. We've these past couple weeks we've had coaches picked up intensity on us. He's realizing some small details that we need to do, and he's just really pushing the pace on us. These past couple of days we've had some pretty hard practices. We're practicing anywhere between 7 to 8 practices a week to get us ready with cardio, lifting, and all that.
All right, well, thank you for joining with us, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Our first stop in this week's highlights segment takes us to Huntington, Indiana, where the Spartan men's basketball team fell to the Foresters of Huntington University 103-84 this past Saturday. Senior guard Adrian Johnson finished with 36 points, while sophomore guard forward Cornell Hampton added 15 points. Our next stop takes us to Kalamazoo, Michigan, where the Lady Spartans basketball team topped Kalamazoo College during Thanksgiving break by a score of 62-48. Junior guard Nicole Weaver finished with 11 points, while senior forward Beth Schaefer finished with 12 rebounds. Our final stop takes us to Olivet, Michigan, where the Spartans women's basketball team dropped a hard-fought non-conference matchup this Monday versus Olivet College by a score of 60-50.
That's all the time we have for this episode of the Spartan Show. Stay up to date with all Manchester University scores, news, and stats by visiting muspartans.com and on Twitter at MUSpartans. Until next time, thank you for joining us, and go Spartans!